All right, boys, we're back. I'm John Jr. and I'm your coach of the Portland Nightshaders. And if you don't know who I am, but you know who Playmore is, you might actually know who I am. Check out the battle in the top right-hand corner. I was the assistant coach for the GBA season, the first season of Playmore, and I did a battle. And spoilers, Bubby clutched up for us. Now Playmore has invited me back to help them run the BUBL, or the bubble. There's only 12 coaches, and we are one of them. After what I can only assume is a generation record of 5 finals on Wi-Fi and still 0 championships in this generation to my name, we're rolling in here and we're gonna try to win for the Portland Nightshaders. So who's gonna help us do that? Not Playmore. Nope, we got the 11th pick. They hate to see me winning, man. So we got the 11th overall pick. So basically, any Pokemon I actually wanted to use by this point was gone. And my buddy Wagon, who helped me during this draft, is gonna help me during the season, recommended that I get Terra Hydrapple round 1 because it's apparently really popular right now and it was a little bit underpriced on this board. I was gonna do that, and then I called up my good friend Jason. I was like, hey, my good pal Jason, my friend who I trust so much, what are you gonna get round 1? I'm really thinking of getting Terra Hydrapple. And his response was Terra Hydrapple. Now I was gonna get it round 2, but now it's mine. Mind you, I'm the one who suggested Jason to get in this league. So this dude, with that knowledge, listened to what I wanted round 1 and decided he wanted it round 1 instead, so we didn't even end up going for that. Instead, we took what probably was the best Pokemon left at pick 11. It's going to be deoxys-speed, man. I'm not too huge on deoxys-speed, but it does offer a lot of roles, and it opens up a lot of different possibilities for our second Pokemon that's going to come around that we'll talk about in a second. The main thing that I do like about Deoxys is the utility that it provides. It has knockoff, spikes, and stealth rocks. You have fast taunt, and the best part is that speed stat. That speed stat that so few Scarfers, even in this format, Scarfers can outspeed, is very, very nice. And I'm not too huge on Deoxys, but I also wasn't too huge on any of the Pokemon left on the board, so I did think that this was going to be a good glue piece. While it might not actually be the best Pokemon on our team for our round 1 pick, I do think it's going to hold the rest of the team together. With our second pick, this is the one that I am excited for. We banned a lot of the top tier Terra captains like Raging Bolt and Tornadus and Zarude, so there actually weren't a lot of Terra Pokemon going early, except for Hydrapple. Jason? So what we ended up doing was we took Deoxys with the mindset of, okay, the best Terra captain that comes back to us is what we're gonna get. And in my opinion, the best Terra captain on the board made it back to us, and that's gonna be Enamorus. A little bit pricey. It's gonna be sitting at 25 points, which is quite a lot, but I do think that it's gonna be worth it. In theory, this Pokemon is so unbelievably strong with Terra's. Terra Berry Moonblast in general is gonna be extremely hard for people to switch into. Terra Ground obviously is another one. Fairy plus ground coverage. It's pretty much everything, and having stab on both is very hard to deal with for a lot of opposing teams. And on top of that, Terra Stellar, offensive Terra Stellar, is going to be a nightmare with Contrary for a lot of different teams to deal with. On top of that, we have so many different tools at our disposal. Contrary, Terra Blast and Superpower sets can go absolutely crazy. It has access to Calm Mind, Agility, and Draining Kiss. This is a Pokemon that I have not gotten to use this generation. I'm actually very excited to try this out. And I think it pairs perfectly next to Deoxys because it's a Pokemon that does miss out on those KOs that Deoxys can help with between spikes, as well as its nice speed stat to be able to revenge things. Next up, I knew that I wanted a steal. To steal next to Enamorus is very, very important for a lot of different reasons. It is one of the most important typings next to Enamorus, so I wanted to secure a good steal type early. Scizor was on the board at this point, and that is a Pokemon that I absolutely love and draft pretty much every time. But Wagon talked me down, talked me out of it, and told me about his amazing run that he's having right now, where he picked this Pokemon in round 2, and it's not a round 2 Pokemon, and he thinks it is very underrated right now. And I like it in concept. It's a cool Pokemon. Arcaludon. Arcaludon is a Pokemon that in theory should be better than what it is, right? Its main downfall is going to be that very, very mediocre special defense stat, but it does have a middling speed stat, very good defense, very good special attack. Arcaludon has a ton of different tools between things like Stealth Rocks for utility. It can be physical or special, good coverage. It can be have Swords Dance sets. It can be Electroshock Power Herb sets. It can be Assault Vest sets. This Pokemon in theory is a Pokemon that should take a lot of the physical pressure off of our team and be able to take hits from most physical Pokemon. Take that stamina boost up. We can throw off a Body Press, we can throw off a Draco Meteor, get our rocks up, and it can be used offensively too. It has so many different tools at its disposal, and man, it looks awesome on Wi-Fi. Next up, Wagon had a vision for the team. He wanted us to get Cinderace here. It gives us an awesome speed tier next to Enamorus. It makes our matchup into Iron Valiant a little bit easier. It breaks the steals for Enamorus. Honestly, Cinderace matches up perfectly. And with all of that in mind, I really did not care. Uncle Mike was still there round 4, baby. And you know how I feel about Uncle Mike. Welcome to the squad, Uncle Mike. What does he do for us? He punches things. Iron Hands is one of, if not my favorite Pokemon this generation. This Pokemon is so strong. It has access to booster energy, momentum. It has coverage move, all the coverage moves you could ever want. It's such a physical sponge and such a physical breaker. I love this Pokemon so much. It's basically a 1-for-1 Pokemon guaranteed, and it does help in some instances of breaking those steals for both Enamorus as well as Deoxys. Does it make our team a little bit weak to a lot of things while also soaking up a lot of points? Yeah, but yeah, it does. But I don't care. I love Uncle Mike. And you know what, Wagon, what do you think about Iron Hands over Cinderace?
Hey guys, Doki the Dingus aka Wagon Fruit here. John Jr. has a passionate and potentially intimate relationship with Iron Hands. Iron Hands is not a bad pick, okay, but when you draft Archaludon, who's a steel type that doesn't resist Fairy, you don't then want to be weak to Fairy. I wanted to get Cinderace here. It's faster than Iron Valiant, resists Fairy, and gets stabbed gunk shot. But no, John wants his cone-shaped Snorlax. If John had an opportunity to draft a second Iron Hands over his Archaludon, he would ask to trade away his Enamorus too. Oh, and by the way, if you're ever in a draft with John Jr., and you're scared he might take your Jirachi, don't be, because he would rather take a fat log in the toilet and draft that instead.
So we were going to get Cinderace round 5 to appease Uncle Wagon, and unfortunately, Cinderace did get taken. So what we were pivoting to now is Crocodile. Crocodile was a Pokemon that fit a lot of different roles. A nice dark type to pair next to our Pokemon. It also gave us a ground type that was very important next to Enamorus to stop those Volt switches. It also gave us, obviously, a Rocker as well as a strong knockoff user. We want some strong knockoff users next to Enamorus and Deoxys to knock off those Assault Vests. But it got taken the pick before me, so we don't have Crocodile. Instead, we took a Pokemon that I feel like I draft every single time. We took Swampert. This Pokemon does offer a lot of what we need. It just doesn't offer that speed tier, and it's not as reliable as Crocodile, but it does still give us not only momentum now, instead of Crocodile obviously not giving us momentum, it still gives us knockoff, and it does give us Rock still, obviously, so it does give us some utility there. It's not perfect next to our Pokemon, but it does fill a lot of different roles and gives us that water type that we so desperately needed. After Swampert, our draft starts going downhill. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not in love with our next 4 picks, and a lot of these could change. You look at our team and you think, what is your ground resist, John? That's a great question, man, and I sure do not have an answer for you up until this pick. A ground resist is the thing that I was valuing the most at this point in time. On top of that, I also wanted speed tier that was above Enamorus because we're a very slow team at the moment. So with both of those things in mind, as well as wanting more spikes for the team, we went ahead and took Ogerpon. This is a Pokemon that I've never used, but I actually really do like in concept. I like the other Ogerpons that I have tried, so I think this one should be no different, and it gets to hold an item, which is pretty cool. It gives us a base 110 speed tier. It gives us a ground resist, although maybe not the most reliable, and it does give us some more utility with knockoff as well as momentum with U-turn. It has spikes, it has taunt, it offers a whole lot in this one Pokemon. I don't think it's the greatest option in the world, just because we have basically 0 points left at this point in the draft. However, I do think it does fit. You might look up and down our current team and be like, John, where is the removal? The same guy that was crying about removal in BBL has yet to get a remover. I know. I was honestly really relying on Cinderace's court change. So instead, we dip down below and we get a Pokemon that you guys might remember from BBR Season 4 way long ago, 2 years ago at this point, I think. We get Cyclizar, also known as J-Bear. This Pokemon does offer 2 main things for our team, 3 main things, I suppose. It offers another knockoff user, which is very valuable next to what we have. We've already established that. It offers momentum, which is, again, very, very strong. I guess 4 things, man. What am I talking about? It gives us spin, which is super crucial. We're not always going to bring spin, but having the option to have spin in general is going to be very, very nice. And then lastly, it gives us that base 121 speed tier. Will people respect it? I don't know, man. It's a Cyclizar. You tell me. However, I hope they do. And this is our fastest Pokemon not named Deoxys, I guess. And now welcome to the lightning round, where we have 2 Pokemon that we do not really care about. Our next pick is gonna be Muck. Muck kind of sucks. However, he's our fairy resist, so he is very important here. He gives us T-Spice, he gives us a grounded poison, he gives us knockoff again. Man, we love knockoff. Does it count? Not really. However, this is our fairy resist, and he's gonna probably come to more games than he should because we don't have a fairy resist, and it's Muck. Our last pick is going to be Terra Dusknoir. We had to pick a Terra captain, and I wanted a ghost, I wanted a spin blocker, so Dusknoir is originally, this pick was going to be Sableye, which filled the dark and ghost roles that I kind of wanted in the last slot. Unfortunately, though, we were 1 point over if we did that, so we ended up taking this Dusknoir. We are missing quite a few things on this team. There is a lot of roll compression that is kind of just strewn about. Our fairy resist is muck. We have 1 remover, and we're going to really be relying on boots on Enamorus. All that said, I think that we're going to win some games with Deoxys plus Enamorus. And obviously, you guys know me. I'm in it to win it. At least make the finals. We're gonna try our best to bring home a championship to the Portland Nightshaders. You guys deserve it. I deserve it, man. We're gonna get our damn chip this season, man. If you made it this far, go ahead and leave a comment of what Pokemon you think is gonna be the kill leader this season. And me personally, it's gotta be Enamorus. The first match will actually be tomorrow, and I am gonna have something a little weird for you guys tomorrow, where I have the team builder and the match on the same day. I'm thinking the team builder 3 hours or so earlier than the match, and then I'll upload the match itself. And then following that, we will have the team builders on Saturday and the matches on Sunday. That's gonna do it for me here, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy. And for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.